Hello, I'm Casey Hill and I'm a professional makeup artist. Today I'm going to talk you through the difference between bronzer and contour and how to achieve a natural contour. Contouring adds dimension, so it often goes hand in hand with highlighting. People talk about contouring and highlighting. Contouring creates depth, whereas highlighting is a highlight, so it brings things forward. Now, when it comes down to what you're contouring with, there are so many different products on the market. You can use obviously a powder or a cream. Now, I personally prefer a cream, but that's just because that's the medium that I like to work with. It's really whatever is up to you or whatever you currently have. Now, the big thing that I often hear people talking about is what is the difference between bronzer and highlighter. And in very simple terms, a bronzer is usually more of a warm color. A contour is a shadow. So when we're creating contour, we're putting color where there would naturally be a shadow. So a shadow has often got a hint of gray to it. It can be very subtle, but that's the main difference between a bronzer, which is warmer, and a contour, which is a cooler color. So we're going to contour first of all your cheekbones, which is quite a natural place to start. Now, we're just going to start at the top of the ear. So here where your ear and your hairline meet is a great place to start. And then just follow down under your cheekbone. And I would stop on the outside of your eye. You don't want to bring the contour all the way towards your nose, because remember, we're creating a shadow that is a natural shadow. Now, if you were a skeleton, your bone doesn't go all the way to your nose. It would stop around here. Now, when you're creating this line, if it's not immediately obvious where your cheekbone is, it's very simple. Just take your fingertips and tap your face until you find that bone. Now, here's the bone here, and that's exactly where we're contouring. So you're just finding that bone and shading along that line, starting at the ear and ending just where the outer corner of your eye is. If you're enjoying this video and you'd like to see more, please make sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Feel free to comment below if you had any questions or wanted to let me know about anything else that you would like to learn. Now, make sure that once you've created this line, that you then soften the edges. So don't add any more product to your brush. Just make sure that you blend out those edges. You don't want it to be a solid line, but you also don't want the color to disperse across your whole face. So you do need to keep it focused in this area where the shadow would fall, but you don't want to have a really harsh line. That's not flattering and it doesn't look natural. Then the next thing that we're going to do is contour the jawbone. This is also another great one. I mean, even myself, I have quite a long neck, but I find I could sometimes do with a bit of contouring on the old jaw. So now we're just going to find that jawbone the same way that we found our cheekbone, just tapping along and finding the bone. And where that is exactly where you draw your line. Now we're going to take the contour along and just make sure to blend it down the chin. With the jawbone, you don't really want to blend up too much. Much better off really blending it down. So if you find that you've put too much contour on or the lines are too heavy, you can either, again, just brush off the excess and feather out those edges, or you can go back with your foundation brush that you may have used earlier and just blend those edges with your foundation brush. If you want to create quite a harsh or a stronger contour, again, use that foundation brush. Just take it in between the contoured lines. And it will just highlight the difference in colors, just a little touch. You don't really want to load up more foundation, you just want to use the excess that's there. Now, if you're new to contouring and this is kind of the first time you're trying it out, I would stick to this. I would leave it at your jaw and your cheekbones. There's obviously a myriad of ways that you can contour, and the reason that people do that is often to hide or minimize different parts of their face. So you might often see people contouring their foreheads, and that is to, if you were to contour up here, that would be to shorten your forehead. Again, some people like to, you might have seen them contouring kind of in their temples. This is also another way to minimize the shape of your forehead, so to bring it in. Again, everywhere that we're putting this contour creates an effect of a shadow. So that's a darker section, so that will be a shadow. You may have also seen people shading underneath their lip. And again, this is a way to make your lips appear slightly larger so if you think the light is hitting your lips, and if they're so big, then they will create a shadow underneath. And that's what you're emphasizing. So that is why people tend to contour under their lip, to make their lip look so big that it's created a shadow. And one other place that you can often see people contouring is the nose area. Now, you can pop a line of contour down the side of the nose to really highlight the bridge, so this section here. Then that tends to make your nose look thinner. If you've got this dark shadow here, and then this highlighted middle section, it makes your nose appear smaller. Sometimes people will add a little line of contour across the tip of your nose. This is to shorten the nose. So just all of these different places that we're creating these shadows are doing different things to your face when you look at yourself in, say, a mirror or in a camera. Often if they're done too heavy-handedly, person to person, they can look a little obvious. So just be really gentle with this, especially if it's your first time. I would always err on the side of less rather than more. Thank you so much for watching. This is our finished contoured look. If you have enjoyed the video and learned something and would like to see some more, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.